Hey, it's me, the autistic Gen X software dev with anxiety and depression. Some call me Tim. And today, first of all, I'm wearing these gloves. Why? I don't know why my hands get super cold, but all of a sudden, I used to never have this problem. I go outside with the dogs, and it's not exactly cold. It's like 40. I mean, yeah, I don't know. And they just get cold, and then I put this on and I heat up. Anyway, in case you were like, what's wrong with this guy? Yeah, I tried to make a video on Monday. I couldn't think of anything to do, so I thought I'm going to do a reaction video because I see them every 5 minutes. There's a reaction video. Well, I don't know how to do that. I tried to do a blind reaction to the opening monologue of the Golden Globes, and it got blocked. Okay, I don't know how to do that. Fine. The opening monologue was terrible. I don't think that Nikki Glasser, she's not funny. Not to me anyway. And I love stand-up. I love all kinds of stand-up, but it's got to at least kind of be good. I don't know. She wrote those jokes. Who wrote those jokes? Of course, the Golden Globe, that never seems to be good. All the jokes are bad. It doesn't matter who hosts these things. They always suck. So I guess I shouldn't have been expecting anything worthwhile. And then today, I have to cope with the fact that our government is just killing people and covering it up. I don't want to be a political channel. I don't want to sit here and discuss politics, but the other day, so I make videos, I go on Facebook and I post them. I have a Facebook group. And because of that, I have to go on to Facebook, which I haven't been on Facebook in like 3 years. It's been a long time. Like I just don't go on there. Back in 2016, so 10 years ago, I went on a rant and basically said, hey, if you voted for this guy, then unfriend me because I think you're a horrible person and I don't want to have anything to do with you. And I didn't realize how many of my Facebook friends, how many of my family I was going to have to disown. It's sad, but we're still there. And so I just quit going on Facebook. And it's a little hard because people would post things and they'd be like, oh, I would see something or somebody would tell me about something and it'd be like, hey, did you know our friend did such and such? And it's like, yeah, it was on Facebook. Like, well, I don't go on Facebook, so I don't know. Man, I gotta stop hitting this thing. So I'm going on Facebook now because I'm trying to grow the channel. And I think people want to listen to what I'm saying. I think it would be cool if I had a voice for more than like 20 people. And I'm looking at how to grow the channel. I don't really know. One of the things was put it on Facebook. So I did. Problem is now I got to go on Facebook. And when I scroll through and see what Facebook has become, I mean, I don't know why, TikTok blew up. Now everything's all about the shorts, but I go on Facebook and it's just like clickbait shorts of looks like a naked woman or a woman in a bikini. And that doesn't have anything to do with anything except the male gaze sees it and clicks on it. I don't know. I clicked on a couple of them. I was like, okay, these are useless, but now I haven't clicked on any more. That's all I get. So that looks great. Just like the time I, watched some videos about life in Japan before we went on a trip. And now YouTube thinks that I want to marry a Japanese girl. So we get all of these kind of cringe videos of, by the way, I was in Japan for 10 days. I didn't see a single person that looked like any of these videos about, don't be da, he, and then, there's the girl. None of that. They looked like normal people. There were no anime models running around half dressed. Like I don't know, but that's what they would lead you to believe, that if you go over there, you're just going to be surrounded by anime waifus and they're all going to want you, the guy from America or the foreigner, because you're so. No, turns out I have a beard, so they think I'm homeless and they would ignore me. So I'm on Facebook and I see some posts from the in-laws and I had to block them. This is the father of my son-in-law, and I'm like, I'm like, if they have grandkids, I'm like, I don't ever want them to be near you or hear any of the bootlicking garbage that you have to say. I'm really trying to keep our children smart, paying attention to science, being able to think critically. When somebody says, don't believe your eyes or your ears, just believe what I tell you, I want my little grandkid not doing that. That's what I want. Now, granted, I get really emotional over this stuff. So here's what I'm going to say. If the planet lives for another 1,000 years, and maybe somebody stumbles upon this video, because it is January 14th, 2026. And we have I don't even know if there'll be a United States, however long it'll last. I don't know. Here's what I'm going to say. Donald Trump and all his morons aren't actually the problem. The problem is we have bootlicking cowards on the Republican side that won't stand up to him. So either they know he's lying and they're okay with it because they're human, or they're too dumb to look at something with their own eyes and make a decision that, like, that's not true. Or they're bootlicking cowards. They have the majority of everything. And if they just put their foot down, this would be over, right? Though none of the people in there should have ever been confirmed. Nobody should have ever even been allowed in those positions. And the president should just be sitting in the Oval Office, throwing little tantrums and not letting nobody doing anything he wants ever until he goes so far off the rails, they could just impeach him and move on with their lives. That's what should happen. That's not what's happening. Because this isn't 1930. This isn't Nazi Germany. We have 100 years of history books teaching us how to deal with that. And I don't know how to deal with that. I'm not on the side. I'm on the side of people that are intelligent. I probably said a lot of stuff that you didn't hear because I had to cut it out because I go off the rails sometimes. But anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all the things for the algorithm. And until next time, peace.